Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jemmy. I just post on YouTube whatever the hell I want. Recently, I've just been talking about books all the time. I kind of like to do a sort of podcast-like thing to it. Like, I just keep talking and talk about these specific topics. But yeah, I would probably in the future do movies and stuff, but my life has just been consumed by books and consumed by book talk, to the point where my TBR is literally like 170 books and it's going to take me 2 years to get through. But then by the time I go back on TikTok, there's going to be more new books, more new releases that I'm going to keep adding to it, and then my TBR is going to be like 5 years long. Anyways, it's just a vicious cycle. But yeah, my life has been consumed by books, so I've just been talking about books all the time and reviewing them and things like that. So yeah, that is what you will get on my channel. Just me talking, literally. So I'm very sorry about that. Today, what we're gonna do is I've read throughout the past month, sporadically, finished the off-campus series by Elle Kennedy, and I want to rate them from least favorite to most favorite, because I do have my least most favorites and I know exactly where they go. I feel like my opinion is pretty on par with what a lot of other people's opinions are, like the way that other people rank them from what I've seen on comments and book talk and booktube and stuff like that. So yeah, let's get started. Oh, if you also don't know about the off-campus series, I'll give a little backstory. It's just a series. It's a new adult romance series about hockey players that go to a university and they're like love stories. And each book is for each player that lives in that off-campus house. Okay, get that out of the way. So my least favorite, sadly, because even though he is the best of the bunch of the 4 off-campus hockey players, is The Goal. Tucker's book, the last book of the series. I liked it the least. So yeah, this is my least favorite of the series. I don't have all of the physical books with me because I borrowed all of them from the library, but I just have the last 2. Okay, so that's what we're going to be working with. The reason why The Goal is my least favorite is just because I feel like there wasn't a lot of drama. It was kind of a boring read. Not boring, because I feel like with all of these books, you just have a feel-good vibe to it. It's always so easy to read. If you just want to feel happy, feel good, this series is great for you. Just, you know, pass through all the problematic stuff. There's like this like cozy feeling to these books. That's all I can really describe how it feels. And Tucker is the best character, even though this was my least favorite of the bunch. I feel like a lot of people also didn't like this because it does have the pregnancy trope. If you read the backs to every single one of these books, it gives away the entire plot. So if you want to go into the books not knowing anything about it, do not read the backs. I messed up on that. Like, I knew going into the Goal it was going to be about pregnancy, so I was expecting it, and I don't really mind pregnancy that much in books, especially when I already know it's going to be in there and that's what the book's going to be about, and that also the pregnancy doesn't ruin the relationship or the dynamics of the relationship. I'm fine with it. Like, I read 50 Shades of Grey, okay, and that last book had pregnancy in it, but I don't care, I ate it up. I know if I reread those 50 Shades books, I would not like it, but I loved them back in the day, and yeah, it had pregnancy in it. I've read many, many books with pregnancy. This has pregnancy, and I thought it was fine. It just didn't have a lot of conflict. The smut was pretty good. Out of all the books, this had, personally, I thought it had the best smut. I feel like as Elle Kennedy progressed writing the books, she was just getting more erotic. She was becoming like Sarah J. Maas, okay? Like, Miss Sarah J. Maas started out in the young adult genre, and then by the time she got to book 2, book 3, it was like, oh, okay, his seed is everywhere. Anyways, yeah, so that is my least favorite. Even though I love Tucker, I think he deserves the world. I think he's the best of the off-campus 4. Like, if I met the 4 off-campus players in real life, I would have a crush on Tucker. Just because he's so sweet. And he's a simp, and I love simps in books. Peter Mullark, Adam Carlson, Aaron Blackford? Like, we love Simpson books, as long as they're not, like, you know, creepy and stuff. But yeah, so that's my number 4. My number 3 is gonna be Logan's book. I don't have it with me right now, but it is The Mistake. I just felt like for that book, it read like Wattpad, and the connection between Grace and Logan, I didn't really feel it. The relationship, the way it started, feels a little far-fetched, right? So it feels kind of like you're reading Wattpad, like, oh my god, like, he just randomly knocks on my door and then they hang out all night and stuff like that. You know, it was pretty far-fetched, but like, I can get with it. It just like, it felt like Logan just wanted a girlfriend, and then Grace was the first girl that he found, and he was like, oh, cool. There wasn't any qualities about Grace where I was like, she was kind of like YN. She could have been anybody. She's self-insert. I don't see them far in the future actually staying together, Logan and Grace. It reads like it's a fanfic, you know? With Tucker, at least, I feel like Sabrina and Tucker are gonna be together forever because they're so cute and I love them so much. But yeah, with The Mistake, that's kind of the reason why I put it at number 3. It was really, really quick and easy to read, so I will give it that. At number 2, I give that to The Score. It is Dean's book. I gave it number 2 because the drama. There was so much drama, and I feel like they really developed Allie's home life and Dean's home life, and I thought the like ending conflict in this was so good. I felt like there was a build up to it. Like throughout the novel, it kept saying like, oh, Dean hasn't really experienced real problems. Like, he's very privileged, right? And I feel like they kept mentioning that throughout the book. So the way that they brought it back up in the third act conflict with Beau's death, I was like, whoa, this is like actually a really great developed conflict, and it's not miscommunication. It was just really well done to me, and I thought Allie and Dean, the chase between the two and the banter, like the text messages when they're at their bar, there's a lot of memorable scenes in this book, which I really loved, and I can tell that, I don't know, they just feel like they work together, you know, their personalities. I love how sex positive this book is too. So yeah, I just think they're a really, really cute couple. And then my number 1, obviously it's the one that started it all. It is The Deal. When I read The Deal, it is Garrett's book. When I read The Deal, I could not stop thinking about it for so long. Like, I was at work, it was my first week working at Starbucks, because I've only been working there for like a month, maybe a month and a half. And I was mopping, I was closing up, and I was mopping, I was like, oh my god, like, I was so sad, I looked so depressed mopping, I was like, oh my god, Garrett and Hannah, this, that, and I kept talking about, in my head, about what was happening in the books and replaying scenes in my head. I just thought it was so cute. And Garrett and Hannah, I don't know what it was about it. There was just a type of vibe. And Garrett, he was just so attractive in my head too. I mean, they're all attractive men, but I just felt like maybe because it was the first of the series and it was the first time I read Elle Kennedy, that I had this like I couldn't put the book down. You know, a lot of books like to, like, I'm calling out Colleen Hoover here, you know, they like to use trauma as drama in books and novels, and I think, you know, they did that in this one, but it was just really well done. I loved the way that Garrett treated Hannah, and I thought, since it was the first time you saw Elle Kennedy's arc and the way that she wrote and her story structure, it was really, really fun and really interesting to read. I like the problems that they had in this book. Also like The Score, they've developed the family dynamics really well. And I was really, really frustrated over Hannah's home life and what the mother effer, forgot his name, the guy in high school that did that to her. Like what he did to her family. Oh my god, I was screaming reading this book. I wanted to punch a wall. And Garrett's home life, and his kind of motivations and character motivations, I thought it was really strong. Same thing with the score for the mistake. I feel like the mistake and the goal, the character motivations and their home life and backstory just weren't as developed. So that's why I feel like maybe I didn't like them as much as well. But yeah, Garrett and Hannah, the ones that started it all, I don't know. I have a great place in my heart for them. I really don't like when characters are singers in books, but she is the only singer where I'm like, okay, girl, like, you do you. This is a little off topic, but I remember Hannah coming up, I think, in the score. Like, all the characters kind of come back up, but I thought it was so funny. I was like, Hannah, this bitch Hannah, she is one of those annoying ass hoes who's like singing. She was like singing while they were going on a jog, and I was like, oh, hell no. Like, you know, I love musical theater. I can't sing for shit, but like, I went to a drama program when I was in university. Like, I was around a lot of musical theater people, and I guess Hannah is one of those people, which I love, but sometimes I'm like, when someone is just randomly singing and like belting, I'm just like, we're trying to go on a jog here, Hannah. What are you doing? That's how I felt reading the score when they were going on a jog. But that is besides the point. I have a really great place for Hannah and Garrett. I feel like they are also a couple that will just be together for a long time. I can see them really lasting. They kind of saved each other, you know? And there are a lot of problematic things about all of the books, which I will get into, but I don't know, I just thought it was just so cute and wholesome. So let's talk about the series as a whole and like what Elle Kennedy did with these books. I think she had a great structure to her books. I don't really know a lot about writing and writing technique and like story structure. I mean, I know about it in screenwriting, but I feel like books are different. But I think when I was reading these books, I found that it didn't really follow the 3-act structure. It kind of felt like it had a 4 or 5-act structure. By the time that for all the couples, they follow the same arc. By the time they get to the halfway point, they're already together in all of the books, and then you kind of see their relationship develop after that. And I think Elle Kennedy found her niche. She found her writing style, and I really liked it, and it was really easy to read. You get through these books really, really quickly, and I will definitely give that to her. All these books are pretty problematic. Okay, first of all, the way they talk about women, it's very misogynistic. Also, the girls in these books feels very misogynistic. Like, they always talk about women who sleep around in a negative light, in a negative way, even though it's totally, you know, fine to do that. I feel like if I really met all of these hockey players in real life, obviously reading them, I think they're hot, but if I met them in real life and I went to a party and I saw them, I would be maybe scared and I would cover my drink. I know that none of them are like that at all, but it's just the vibe I get, you know, with like them, if they acted that way and I saw them in real life, you know, like the way how they're cocky and like, I don't know, but yeah, that is just my 2 cents on that. If you get past all of that though, I think they are really great reads, especially when you're around my age, like you're in college. It's a good read. I feel like if you were 30 plus, you probably wouldn't want to read books like this. I'm 22. I really enjoyed these, you know, and I think the vibes of all of them, it's just such a feel-good vibe. And if you're feeling down and you just want to feel something, these books will make you feel something. Yeah, these books are a little problematic, but if I'm enjoying a book, I'm gonna enjoy a book. I don't care if it's problematic. I love mafia romances and, you know, questionable consent scenes. I like a lot of things that could be taboo and I will read it because I know it's just a novel, which is fine for these books. Like, if they're problematic, they're problematic, but if I'm gonna enjoy it, I'm gonna freaking enjoy it, you know? But I've heard that in real life, Elle Kennedy is problematic, but I could not tell you for the life of me why that is. I just see it on TikTok. I ordered all these at the library, so I don't know if I want to buy these books. I do want to buy the deal because I really did like it, even though I just feel like it would be a really great reread. So maybe I'll buy it secondhand or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of my ranking for all of these. It goes number 4, The Goal, number 3, The Mistake, 2, The Score, and then 1, The Deal. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you kind of liked my thoughts on the series, thoughts on the books. Please, if you're around my age, I think this is a really cute, great read about all these white couples. Read it. It's cute. It reads like Wattpad. It reads so easy. And you just have a good time. There's so much drama. And yeah, just, you know, it's a good time. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, or if you like me and like my talking and stuff, please subscribe to the channel. You can be subscriber number 20. You know what I'm saying? It's a good time. It's a good time. But yeah. So I will see you in the next video.